Hello, my name is Marie and this is Booksville. First of all, I apologise for the seagulls and the bagpipes. In the distance, I don't know if you can hear them, but I can, and there's nothing more Scottish in my opinion. No clue where the bagpipes are coming from, but that's kind of awesome. Why not? Okay, so a couple of days ago I heard about this thing. It's called the O.W.L read-a-thon, and then there's another one called the Newt read-a-thon. I'm a Harry Potter nerd. How did I not know about this before? They're both hosted by Reading Roast, and I will leave links and everything down below. But they are basically readathons that are based on the wizarding exams from the Harry Potter world. The owls took place in April, like they do in the books, but I didn't know about this readathon in April, so I'm going to try and do all the reading for it before the beginning of August, which is when the Newt's readathon starts. So I'm a nerd, so I printed out the sheet. How cool is this? About the there's for each class, there's prompts for you to read. You pick your classes based on what career you want in the future. There is some that I'm going to prioritise once I figure out what career it is that I want, but I haven't got that far yet. So I've just picked a book for everything and I'm going to try and read as much as I can. Sorry if I've moved positions, but I am a terrible YouTuber who forgot to get the books that they are using for this TBR and put them somewhere close by, because I'm smart. Some of these books you may have seen before if you've seen my video about the Reading Rush TBR, because I mean, why not include them in both reading challenges if you can? Okay, so I'm on with my list and here are the books. First class, Ancient Ruins, and for this you have to pick a retelling. The retelling I picked is Arrow Volume 2 by Mark Guggenheim and Andrew Keisenberg? That might be how you say it. So for any of you who don't know, The Green Arrow is based on Robin Hood, and Robin Hood is a very famous fairy tale in the UK, and judging by the amount of Hollywood films, I'm going to say the world too. So yeah. Plus I really like the TV show Arrow, and that's what this graphic novel is about. So I am looking forward to reading the next instalment. The next class is Arithmetic, and I might have said that right. There is a distinct possibility I did not say that right. And the prompt for that is a work written by more than one author. So for this I am going to read Saga Volume 1 by Brian Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I don't know much about this book other than it's about non-human characters and adventure-y stuff happens. That's it, but I had a flick through and the pictures look awesome, and I've heard reviews and a lot of people say that the book is awesome, so yeah, I am excited to read it. The next class is Astronomy, and for this you have to pick a book with star in the title. So I'm at university, so I do not have all my books with me. I have about 30 of the about 500 books that I own at home, so none of the books I brought with me have star on them. So I had to look at the books that I have on my iPad, which I don't have many. But I found this one. It's Stardust Miracle by Eddie Raymer. I have no clue what it's about. I have no clue when I downloaded it. It is nice and short, it's 250 pages, so yeah. And there's a doggy on the front cover, which is probably why I downloaded it a while ago, because I like me some cute animals. And that brings us nicely onto the next subject, which is Care of Magical Creatures. And the prompt for this is to read a book with a land animal on the cover. And I got this down. Look at all those land animals, including my favourite little turtlies. There's 2 turtles, or tortoises, either one, I don't discriminate, they're both awesome. And this book is Darwin, An Exceptional Voyage by Fabian Goulouve and Jeremy Roger. I probably said that wrong, but it's basically a graphic novel about Darwin's life, and there's so many cute animals in it, and I am so excited to read it. I bought it with birthday money, and I just haven't had the time recently to read it, but I am now, because it sounds and looks awesome. The next class is Charm, and the reading prompt is Age line, read an adult work. Okay, I don't read many adult books because I like my YA and that is where I firmly stay. because reasons. However, I had to Google what an adult book was because I wasn't really sure where the line was drawn, and one of the people online said it's basically what you wouldn't want a kid to read. So I'm going to read a book that I picked up because I was a politics student, and it's The Wizard of the Nile by... Stupid seagulls, they're like having a party on the roof up there. So loud. Anyway, by Matthew Green. This book, I believe, is about the Ugandan genocide. Lots of child soldiers and murder and terrible things going on in it, so definitely wouldn't want a kid to read this. Yeah, but equally it sounds interesting. Again, I was a politics major, so yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd. The next class is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and for this, the prompt is Read-a-thon, title that starts with an R. Okay, so like I said, I don't have many books here, so I couldn't quite find one with an R, and there isn't any books that start with an R on my iPad either. So I'm going to read The Return of Curiosities by Nicholas Thomas. We're just going to ignore the because who says the at the beginning of a title of a book anyway. This book is all about museums and the fact that should they return the things that they have that were collected in a dubious manner? Yeah, that's a political way to say it. Let's go with that. If anyone doesn't know, I'm currently doing my Masters in Museum Studies, so along the lines of me being a nerd, here's another book that Marie is a nerd with. I love a good book about museums, even if it is technically a textbook. It's just a short textbook, it's fine, it counts. The next class is Divination, and the prompt is a book set in the future. For this, I have got Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Okay, so I've read the other books together. Is it the Starbound? Well, I've read the first two of the Starbound trilogy. I couldn't get my hands on the third one, but it is on my list of things to do over the summer holidays, and I really like those books, and this one just sounded amazing. I'm not really sure what it's about because it's been a while since I've read the synopsis, but I mean, just look at that cover. How could you not? How could you not? The next class is Herbology, and for this you have to read a book with a plant on the cover. Again, I don't have many books here, so I kind of had to tweak it a little bit, and I have the book Scottish Folk Tales. There is technically plants on the cover, there's like grass down here. Again, I don't have many books here, and this is the closest I could get, and once again I am a nerd who likes folk tales and anthropology related things and history and nerdy stuff. I'm currently in Scotland, so... Next is History of Magic, and for this you have to read a book that was published 10 or more years ago. And I have Lady Susan by Jane Austen. Okay, so this cover and book clearly was not printed 10 plus years ago, but the story itself was, so yeah. I like me some Jane Austen. I haven't read Lady Susan yet, so it's nice and short. So I'm looking forward to this one. The next class is Muggle Studies, and for this you have to read a contemporary. And I have got Elsa and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia, possibly. I've heard good things about this and I am very excited to read it. I'm not sure why I haven't yet, I just don't think I've had the time. I've literally read 2 books so far this year, so yeah. Very contemporary, look at the cover. Can't get much more contemporary than that. The next class is Potions, and the reading prompt is next ingredient, read a sequel. So for this I'm going to read Asunder by Jodie Meadows. I bought this book 4 years ago and intended to read it and never did. And it's the sequel to my next pick, which is for the last class, Transfiction, and it's read a book with a red cover. Okay. So this cover is not red, but it has red on it, so it counts. And it's Incarnate by Jodie Meadows. This is the first one in the series to Asunder, and again, I've been meaning to read this for like 4 years and haven't, so an excellent time to read it. Okay, so those are my books for the O.W.L read-a-thon that I'm doing a little bit late. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!